Yo, 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 welcome back to the Out the Box Show. I'm John Wallace alongside with my co-host tonight,
Singular.
Rory Luke.
I'll use both microphones.
Luffy is on a well-deserved vacation for this coming weekend. He has been grinding so hard at work. He has been working on his CPA exams. And me and Rory got together and we said, look, you need a vacation. And we bought him a free all expense paid trip to Mexico, flights, rooms, and everything on the Out the Box account.
The Out the Box card. Shout out to our great sponsors for that one.
Absolutely. And we're gonna shout them all out throughout the episode, but it's just gonna be me and Rory this week. We know we're a little late on the episode. You know, this past week has been absolutely crazy. Life happened, right?
Yeah, it did.
So we, for all those out there dealing with, the different aspects of life, you got the major flooding going on in Louisiana. Our prayers go out to you. For those that are maybe dealing with the loss of someone or something, or you name it. I also, just while we're kind of starting the show, I promise you, I'm not going to be sad. I'm not getting upset, anything like that. But I do kind of want to dedicate this episode to a great friend and a great man that was a lot of people in Baton Rouge knew, Mr. Michael Willis. He was a great man and friend, and he passed away suddenly this past weekend doing a fundraiser to support his cause of research for cancer.
Yeah, for his sister.
His sister passed away a while back, and he has been organizing fundraisers based around running to honor the legacy of his sister. And the guy was an absolute the nicest guy you've ever met.
A class act for sure.
Class act. Always just would literally give anyone the time of day. And we want to dedicate this episode to him, and we also want to shout out his his fundraising efforts. You can find it all over social media. He's got a website. He runs a lot of it through his Facebook page, and his wife Megan, shout out to her. She's kind of taken over that, and they are still accepting donations on Michael's behalf to honor him, Rachel, his sister, and all those who are suffering from cancer. So we at Out the Box wanted to shout out the Running for Rachel, I guess you would call it charity.
Yeah.
You can go on Running for Rachel. I believe it's runningforrachel.com or whatnot. If you type in Running for Rachel on Google, it'll come up. If you type
it's on Facebook.
There are plenty of links to donate. We've made a donation from Out the Box, and I cannot stress enough how much this means to the Baton Rouge community, and the impact that Michael and every time I talk to Michael, he would bring up his sister and the impact she had on him, and it's up to us to carry that on. So if it's in your heart, we really ask that you at least support the Running for Rachel campaign to honor all those out there dealing with cancer.
Yeah, and you know what, John? With the passing of a life, a new life comes. Shout out to John, uncle today to a new baby girl.
How about that?
Beautiful baby girl.
Awesome.
Are you excited?
It is a cool feeling. I actually didn't make the cut to get to meet her at the hospital. There's still some tight restrictions going on over there, but very excited to meet her on Saturday. I believe that's when I talked to my sister earlier today. So
she's born today, right?
Born today,
May 20th.
May 20th. So like we said, life happened this week, and we're not going to get down. We are going to do the best Out the Box show that we've ever done, right? That's what we do every week. We do. The next show is going to be the best one. This one might be a little bit short because we're getting towards the end of the week.
We're missing James too. James could just talk forever if you know him.
Should we call him? Well, we'll call him in a little while to talk about the LSU's loss tonight to Texas A&M. in the series opener. But before we do all that, I want to give a huge shout out to the Boot Crew Media Network, the home of the Out the Box podcast. We're the featured podcast on bootcrewmedia.com.
We only have like a week left, a little bit over a week left.
The whole month of May. We got 10 days, Rory. That's a week and a half.
It's true.
The whole month of May, Out the Box. You go to bootcrewmedia.com. We are front and center. I cannot stress it enough. And you know what? The Boot Crew Media Network also has other podcasts and articles besides us. I've mentioned this one before, but I really, if you follow the Chop Instagram, it's spelled TCHOUP.
Yeah,
like
Chopatoulos.
If you're from New Orleans, you'll get it. They post all their different meals. It's literally a podcast about New Orleans food. So they go out to restaurants and basically give reviews. And
why didn't we start that one?
Let me just tell you, dude, I don't know. I'm eating cheese sticks, and I ate cheese sticks and pretzels for dinner tonight, and maybe a little whiskey. But anyway, yeah, like I said, the content on there is absolutely ridiculous. They have articles, things to keep you entertained for hours. Our very own Mr. Chris Calderera put out an article, a beautiful article, reliving Warren Morris's 1996 home run against the Miami Hurricanes to win the College World Series, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Y'all know the drill. And it's so eloquent. Like, the dude doesn't miss.
He doesn't.
Make sure to go to bootcrewmedia.com to check that out. Also follow Boot Crew Media on social media. I promise, I've said it every week. You will not regret it. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Rally Cap Brewing. They got another beer dropping today. As you listen to this, we're dropping this Friday morning.
Do they miss? I think they've dropped one like every single week.
No, they've dropped one pretty much every single week, and they don't miss on like the
beers, the
quality of the beer. This one is, I love the name of this beer. It's called In a Pickle, and it's a hazy IPA. It is brewed with Citra and Mosaic hops. For those that have an Untapped account, you'll know what I'm talking about. But those are some of the good hops.
The can looks beautiful.
It's beautiful, and
I kind of wish it was pickle flavored, but I understand how you wouldn't want that as like a reputable beer company. But
well, maybe you could do maybe after this beer, maybe we need to talk to him. You could do you drink the beer, then you have a shot of Jameson, and then
you get a pickle
juice, so pickleback shot.
A pickleback?
But I don't think that's exactly what they were going for this beer.
I don't think so either.
It looks like it's going to be fantastic. You can go pick it up at the brewery at noon on Friday, and the pre-sale for 4 packs is going to be Friday at 9 a.m. for $14, and you can go pick it up around noon. And it'll also be on draft. And if you go to Rally Cat Brewing's Instagram, you will see all of the events going on this weekend. It's packed. The whole weekend is packed. You won't want to miss it. I promise you. Rally Cat Brewing is Baton Rouge's up and coming brewery. They're going to have baseball there all weekend
as LSU
plays Texas A&M, at least for the next 2 games. So make sure to follow Rally Cat Brewing and check them out. All right, let's get to some sports news. That was one hell of an intro, just with all the stuff. Some of it's even BS. Some of it sucks. Some of it was great. But let's get down to the sports news. Major Burns.
Major news.
Major Burns. Major news.
Major Burns, for those of you who don't know, Major Burns, safety out of Baton Rouge. I think he went to lab, huh?
No. He went to Madison Prep.
Okay. I was about to say we need our recruiting expert James here for that one.
Dude, he would have slapped you on the wrist for that
one. But Major Burns he was once committed to LSU, went to Georgia, transferred from Georgia, now at LSU. Safety, position in need, good player, 4-star player. Good to be back home, play in front of his home fans, and I'm excited. It's definitely a nice pickup, a nice end to the 2021 recruiting class for sure.
And it's always great to have a Baton Rouge guy, when they make the mistake of leaving, to come back home And I believe he posted whenever he was talking about it on social media that he was doing it for his father or pops.
Yeah.
So it all, you know, whether you leave Louisiana or not, you always end up coming back.
Yeah.
And it's just better that he's going to come back in an LSU football uniform.
Speaking about somebody who went back to their hometown, but they left later, LeBron James. LeBron James.
Yeah.
Last night
I missed that.
in the play-in game versus Warriors, which play-in game, I think they should keep that 100%. I have
There's
no
a lot
problem.
of people that are not fans of the play-in games.
I love the play-in games. It gives you a little.
The best one, the last one's the best one. LeBron James.
All right. Playing game was a great idea. It gives you a little taste of like real playoff basketball, do or die basketball before the playoffs start. And it gives some meaning to teams in the hunt at the end of the year. You know, Pelicans wouldn't have been in the hunt for the 8th seed, but they're in the hunt for the 10th seed. So it gives a little more meaning to end of season basketball. And that's always a good thing. And when you can play more meaningful games, it's always better. More people are going to watch. So I really enjoyed it. I mean, I think anybody who watched that Warriors-Lakers game last night would also say they enjoyed that. A great game. LeBron James with the go-ahead three to
as he was seeing 3 rims.
As he was seeing 3. I'm
so upset that I fell asleep and missed that.
I saw a tweet today that was like, there's going to be a Drake lyric that he says some type of liquor had him like LeBron seeing 3.
I could totally.
Yeah, I can. It was
straight out of Drake's playbook.
It really is. It really is.
But
it's like Matt Canada in The Shift. That's how easy that one is.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, we have some good jokes going so far. I'm ready to keep going. So, speaking of guys that are the best at what they do, LeBron.
Some would say the GOAT.
LeBron being the best at getting an injury and acting like it's a lot worse than it actually is.
This is true.
As evidenced by him laying on the ground after getting poked in the eye for what I thought was far too long. But anyway, guys that are the best at what they do. You know who I'm about to say?
I think so.
Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty. Blaine is the best at what he does. He wants to help you find the house of your dreams. He wants to help you sell your house so that you can get to the house of your dreams, or he wants to help you find somewhere to rent. You're not looking to buy. He wants you to be comfortable. He wants you to feel home.
Blaine's seeing 3s. Buy, sell, rent.
Yes.
Seeing 3s like LeBron.
Blaine's the triple threat.
He is. He's in the triple threat position at all times. He could pass, pivot, or shoot.
But Blaine also wants you to know that interest rates are at an all-time low and the real estate market has never been hotter. At the speeds these homes are selling right now, you need a certified professional. That's Blaine. He'll help you navigate your way to the house of your dreams. He'll be your friend, your neighbor, and even your agent. Call or text Blaine Loop at 504-858-0031 for all your housing needs. That's 504-858-0031. Keller Williams is an equal opportunity housing partner. Each office is independently owned and operated. And our weekend recaps of LSU baseball for this season, we're running out of them, Rory. We got to keep winning. We got to keep winning.
We only have like 2 weekends left pretty much.
But they are brought to you by Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty. All right, Bama, we're going to roll through this. We won the series. We should have swept, right?
Yeah. But I will say Friday night I was at the game. It was electric. See Fontenot pitch, throw those 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, and had a little bit of trouble in the 9th, but shut it down. Great to see, and it was a performance by Marceau. I know I might have tweeted some controversial things about Marceau. He got very lucky on Friday night. He gave up a lot of hits. It was not his night. I'll be the first to say love Marceau, but I'm going to be real in this podcast. That's what I'm here for. I'm giving you how I really feel.
Thank you.
And he got lucky. He did. He had a couple bases loaded where he got a lucky out or got a strikeout and then got a lucky out or hit a hard ball to a fielder. You know, he got lucky, but sometimes you got to be lucky to win.
Well, to what you just said, I think that when you've been as good and as solid, I mean, Marceau is up there as far as consistency goes with the Poches, the
100%.
the greats, the greats of. I mean, he doesn't have the speed and the stuff that Lang, guys like Aaron Nola and all that had, but the consistency
Is there 100%.
talking about consistency, and when you are that consistent, you create luck.
Oh,
right?
100. I agree. I definitely agree that luck comes to people who are good.
Yes.
And luck comes to people who put in the hard work. Like, luck is not given.
Right.
Even though you can be lucky, but like it comes with work. But I will say this about Marceau. I saw on D1 Baseball, I was going through their rankings today. Marceau, they had him as the 6th best pitcher in college baseball.
I believe it.
Which I 100% agree.
The only thing that doesn't say that this year is his record. And that's because of the team behind him.
Exactly. And some other tidbits from that before we finish out this Alabama weekend recap. When I was looking through it, could you guess the 2 other players in the top 6?
Rocker and Leiter?
No, on LSU's team, so it's a position by position ranking. 2 other players were in the top.
Morgan.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I mean that.
Cruz and Morgan were. I think Cruz was 5 and Morgan was 5. Out of all the outfielders, Cruz was 5. All the first basemen, Morgan was 5. Great to see it. K. Doty was top 10, I believe, and Dugas was top 30 in the outfielders. So good to see. We have the talent, and the Alabama, I think, Saturday it was a tough loss, but the bounce back on Sunday, the performance that we have gotten out of Mikhail Hilliard,
beautiful,
have been amazing. They have been a sight to see. It's been a breath of fresh air, something needed. You'd love to see it. You're so happy for the guy, senior, worked his tail off as a freshman, pitched really well as a freshman, kind of faded off sophomore and junior year. Well, junior year was COVID, but sophomore year had a tough year after a strong freshman year, and he's back again in the weekend rotation and pitching like a starter, like a very solid Sunday guy. And he's somebody that we're going to need, especially this weekend and next weekend. So do you want to get into this weekend a little bit?
I do. But before I do that, I want to give a huge shout out. This is normally Luffy's job, so I'm going to butcher it. Sorry, Martine. But we have to give a shout out to our great sponsors over at Workbox. Whether you need a container to hold your stuff for your office or for your home, a storage container, that is, or if you want to just live out of it, I guess you maybe could.
Well, you could live out of the portable offices that they offer you.
They offer portable offices for renovations. They offer dumpsters to help you get all your crap out of wherever you need it. They offer the cleanest porta potties in the game. No questions asked. We've said it time and time again.
And sit on the toilet every single time.
Yeah, exactly. No toilet paper.
I sit. I don't like when I pee. I sit to pee if it's a Workbox porta potty.
Exactly.
Just because I know it's so clean.
And they help you put on special events, whether it be a fraternity, sorority, engagement party. It's summertime. Why not just throw a summer kickback for the hell of it?
For the hell of it. Why not?
They will come out there and get you all set up. The people over there are great. We've known them for a very long time. Make sure to ask for Martine when you call.
Yeah.
I cannot ask for a better supporter of the Out the Box podcast.
No.
Make sure to call Workbox at 225-382-5250. Again, that's 225-382-5250. All right.
We have, since James isn't on, we have a live caller here.
Oh, we're taking live calls now? On the
yeah, Mr. Brad Gode, welcome to the Out the Box podcast.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Brad, how you doing, my man?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing well.
well.
We're rolling through this episode. We could not be better.
I love to hear it. Love the content.
Do you have any questions for us?
What do y'all think about Tigers' chance at the tournament?
Wow, we're actually just
we're
talking
just
about
getting
that.
to that.
Well,
All right,
we'll stay on the line, Brad.
All right, yeah.
So tonight was tough, Brad, for sure. Marceau left in the 6th, or 5th after 60 pitches, which we've heard now is because they want him to pitch on Tuesday, which we'll get to in a little bit. But tough loss. You have to win the next 2.
It's a must because literally statistically, as far as our RPI goes, like to confirm that we are going to make a regional somewhere, that's the safe spot.
100%.
And we even talked about it going into, last week's show, talking about going into the postseason, is that LSU, if they need a chance, they needed to win the next 2 series. And now it just got that much harder because we dropped the first game of this series. Because I feel like we thought we were going to walk in there and just do it.
Yeah. Brad, you got anything for us?
I think the pitching needs to get picked up a little bit, and the bats need to start rolling.
I think that's a good point, Brad, because their pitcher Signs, he had a no-hitter going until I believe
Dylan Cruz hit one out. He just hit a piss missile, huh?
He did hit a cruise missile.
A cruise piss missile.
But you know what, Brad? I would have to agree with you there. To win some baseball games, you need to pitch and you need to hit.
100%. Rory, I could not agree more.
All right. Well, Brad, thank you. John will give you a call back after the episode.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Go Tigers.
I cut off his Go Tigers. I'm sorry, Brad.
All right.
So back to tonight. Tough loss. You understand why they saved Marceau. You need him for Tuesday, and Coleman came in and pitched well. I mean, you give up a solo home run. Yeah, you can't. You should expect to win the game with 2 runs. You have to score 1 to win the game. I mean, 2, you're not asking for much.
Yeah, I agree, and it just. And we did have some injuries that came throughout the night. Luckily, Milazzo, after getting tapped twice, one in the midweek game on
his boys are taking a hurt
on Tuesday. You think it hit one the first night and then it hit the other one tonight?
I hope not. I hope not.
You think it hit that spot? So, Milazzo took 2 to the groin this week. You had the pretty rough looking collision between Dugas and Bianco in left center field, and Dugas ended up having to come out of the game because he might have broken a rib. Honestly, like it was a tough collision, and you also had DiGiacomo come out of the game
with maybe a hamstring injury. I think is what we're hearing.
Please do not re-aggravate that. But I agree, Rory. I think it was a combination of the injuries and also just thinking that we were supposed to come in here and take care of business.
What tells me that we were underprepared is the amount of pitches that the starter threw. Like
he threw like into the 8th inning. He had 97 going or in the 8th inning.
Exactly. And that tells me that you were underprepared for him. I think he had, you said 98 going into the 8th. He kind of cruised through the whole entire game. And that tells me that you were not prepared because you were just swinging at everything. You were not waiting for the pitch, not looking for the walk, not trying to get on base. You're just thinking, oh, this is a midweek game. This guy's nothing. I'm just going to go and I'm just going to try to hit the ball as hard as I can or do whatever because this game doesn't really matter. We're going to beat them anyway. That's what it felt like tonight. And we got kicked. We got kicked in the Malazzos. And we got away.
It's Milazzo's boy.
Yeah, but it's just called the Malazzos now.
Okay. So Rory, walk us through, because we were talking about this before we started recording. Walk us through, I guess, the scenarios for LSU to make the postseason, given how the next 2 days play out. So give us like if we win the next 2 games, where do we end up?
Okay, so just some general. Like we said last week, you got to get to 13 wins. And now that could be a tournament win because those are also SEC wins, but you really need to get to 13 wins. I think you need to win both these games. If you win both these games, you're guaranteed a spot, no matter what.
In a regional.
In a regional, you win both these games with our strength of schedule, you're guaranteed a spot in the regional.
Okay, what if we win one game?
If we win one game, we need to probably win 2 in the tournament
to make a regional.
Okay. I think you need that extra game. We might make it with 1 win, but we need 2 more wins out of these next. We're guaranteed 3 more games. We got 2. We got 1 tonight when you're listening to this, 1 Saturday, and then we'll have 1 guaranteed on Tuesday. So you need 2 wins out of those 3.
And who's to say that? I mean, you could play this game all night, and I think Javen Coleman came in and pitched well. You know, it's to be expected that a pitcher's going to give up runs at some point.
Yeah.
But it would have been interesting to see. I think Maneri was smart enough to realize that go ahead and pull Marceau. He's your best shot to win a must-win game.
Yeah.
So if LSU falls into that situation, say by chance that we lose one of the next 2 games and we get to Tuesday and we absolutely need to win, he wants to put his best foot forward.
Yeah,
I think that was smart.
I would say with the way that the game was going and when he pulled them, I think it was probably right. You know, I think if it's a 4-1 game, I don't know if he pulls them. Simply because a 4-1 game seems winnable. The way our bats looked tonight, we looked helpless out there. We literally had 1 home run. That was our only scoring. We did not look good. And the Texas A&M pitcher was cruising. I think Maneri said, I'm not sure we can win this. We need Marceau. And Javen Coleman came in and pitched a hell of a game. I mean, 1 run for a relief pitcher in this LSU bullpen is amazing, especially for the amount of innings he pitched. And it was just the bats. We needed more out of the bats tonight.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to wake up.
And I think this is the time of the year. We're well past the point in the year where LSU needs to turn it on and get hot. So
no, we need to be hot right now.
Exactly. No,
and we kind of are. We've played well, but I don't want to say tonight. I think tonight was just a lapse. To be honest, that's what it felt like to me.
I
think we come in tomorrow and we win, and then we got the rubber match on Sunday, and we're going to see what Mikhail Hilliard's got again. But just some future stuff. I'm not really sure when we're going to record next week, but SEC tournament starts on Tuesday. So we will definitely be playing Tuesday. The 6th through the 12th seed plays Tuesday. We'll definitely be playing there. Right now, we could be anywhere between 11 and the 8th seed. So us, Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky all have 11 or 12 wins. And the tiebreaker is overall record. It's not head-to-head. It's overall record.
And we're killing that.
Yeah, we have a better overall record no matter what happens this weekend. So shout out midweek games. They matter. Obviously not that much, but they matter a little bit.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you reminded me of that. It was incredibly tough. Like in an LSU baseball season that is unlike we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Right. That and I heard that I was echoing Moscona talking the other day. He was talking about how all these things, all these great sports teams, you know, they got vacated and they got you know, some teams never got the chance to win a title or something, even though they were really good. LSU had the midweek title locked down this year. After many seasons under Coach Maneri of people of that question floating around saying, do midweek games matter? Do midweek games matter?
I think we got the answer this year.
We did, but I'm not even going to argue for the other side.
I mean, we got,
but it would have been so damn nice to
go undefeated,
have the undefeated midweek
I agree.
season.
I agree.
in a season where you're not looking for the level of excellence that we normally expect, right?
Yeah.
We're LSU, we always expect excellence, right? But this would have been a highlight.
It would have. It 100%.
I'll take a highlight when I can get a highlight. In this year, with all the BS that's going on in the world this year and around LSU and whatnot, I'll take a highlight when I can get it.
And it's a shame. But do you know what is maybe not a highlight? Well, it is a highlight, but where you can also get a high life, the champagne and beers.
Where at it? Are you going there?
I am going there tonight. None of y'all will be there though, because y'all won't hear this, but
they'll hear it.
They'll hear it tomorrow.
Tomorrow after they went.
Yeah. House Bar in Tigerland, sponsoring House Always Wins segment on the show. Shout out to the House Bar in Tigerland. It's your home. Get you a Miller High Life. Have a highlight of a night over there. I mean, that's a beautiful saying.
I mean,
you always have a highlight of a night when you're drinking High Life.
Quit law school and write jingles.
I mean, you're telling me.
2 years in, just calling it.
Shout out to the House Bar in Tigerland. Awesome sponsor. Been a sponsor, our longest sponsor. Great place. Brand new renovations. They look awesome. I'll be in there tonight. I'll be in there next week. I'll be in there the week after.
Wow.
Just book me in.
Shit, am I coming with you tonight?
You are not coming with me tonight.
I'm rolling up. I'm gonna sit up in the DJ booth and drink some High Lives.
You can follow them on Instagram at House in Tigerland, Instagram and Facebook, House in Tigerland, Twitter, Tigerland House. Last week, House Always Wins pick. Shout out Jack Junes. Gave me a winner. And he was right. White Sox versus lefties is 100% a winner. This week I'm going for a little out the box pick, if I may say so myself. And I've got two, both little flyers, but I'm not looking for a winner this week. I'm just looking to maybe put some money in your pocket.
Why would you not look for
a winner? I'm looking for a winner, but I like the odds here and I like my analysis.
Okay.
So first,
if you're trying to put money in people's pockets, wouldn't you be looking for a winner?
I mean, I'm giving you a winner.
Oh, but you're not. But this week it's not going to cash because it's a series.
No, it's not going to cash this week. So I have Denver Nuggets to win 4-3. Denver Nuggets to win the game 7 plus 350.
Wait, you took my pick.
I didn't take your pick. I told you when you took that pick that you were going to like my pick.
Okay. Oh, I do like that.
Plus 350. And let me tell you why. Blazers and Nuggets. I mean, Nikola Jokic has been going crazy. Nuggets a very good team. Blazers a very good team. Both playoff experience. Nuggets went to the Western Conference Finals last year. Blazers and Nuggets played in the Western Conference semifinals last year. Went to a game 7. Nuggets won. Crazy series. And they're both really good, really equal level of talent. It's going to be a great series. I think the odds are pretty much even. John's going to tell you about that, but it's looking like a game 6, game 7 for sure. You just got to pick the right winner. I'm thinking game 7, Dame time. They're going to win a couple games close. Jokic is going to dominate a little bit. It's going to be a really good series. I'm super excited for it. Give me the Nuggets to win in 7 plus 350. Also, that is my official House Always Wins pick. My second pick, little flyer to take here. Brooklyn Nets versus Celtics, exact series result. Brooklyn Nets to win 4-2. Brooklyn Nets to win in 6 plus 310. The Nets are really good, but we've seen it in the past where the KD teams outside the Warriors have struggled a little bit in the playoffs. Not that they don't win, but they let teams stay close. Celtics without Jaylen Brown, but I see Tatum winning them at least one game. So that gets you a 4-1. And then, whatever happens, maybe Brad Steven comes up with something crazy for another game. I just don't think you can count out your Eastern Conference winner pick, Celtics. I think they're winning 2 games. Give me Nets in 6 plus 310. 2 plus 300 picks. I like them both. It's gonna be a good week.
I have no choice but to ride with you because of how badly I've been doing prior to this past week. Speaking of this past week, I had Oliveria minus 140. I took a little step back in the money, took a little bit safer of a bet. It's almost like we talked about it last week. It's whenever you're not hot at all. It's the opposite of a heat check. You go shoot a layup, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can actually make a shot. And then you start backing up and making the shots that you normally would make. So took Oliveria. He won. No questions asked.
Yeah, second round knockout, I believe.
I actually did put 140 on it, 100.
I tailed you on that one. I as well had that.
So this week,
great pick, John.
This week, Rory, I love your pick of picking the Nuggets to win. They're actually not favorites to win the series against the Trailblazers. Blazers are favored minus 140. Series price for the Nuggets is plus 115. I'm going with the underdog here. You know, I think they had to pick a favorite and an underdog, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how sports betting works.
Pretty much.
But I'm thinking the Nuggets are going to take it from the Blazers. I think this year, given the way the Nuggets played last year, the run that they gave, I know that wasn't a whole year ago, but in the playoffs, I think the Nuggets they got what it takes to at least get past the Blazers. So. Yeah,
I mean, and you have the MVP candidate in Jokic. I mean, obviously, I like the pick. I took it as well. Nuggets to win the series. I took it in 7. I think it's a good pick. You know, no Jamal Murray, which hurts. He was kind of the savior last year, but the Nuggets have still really played well, and they're going to have the MVP on their team, and never count out the MVP.
Absolutely, and. We should have called Luffy for a pick. Should we get Luffy on the line?
We should get Luffy on the line.
All right. Can you get him on the line?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, so, and this is actually kind of how I plan on doing the outro. So, what are you doing tomorrow?
I have work.
Looking at my phone.
I have work tomorrow.
So for National Talk Like Yoda Day tomorrow.
Hey.
Are you going
James?
Are you going to talk like Yoda?
I am not going to talk like Yoda tomorrow. All right. We need a pick.
Oh, we're on right now?
We're on right now. You're talking live on the Out the Box podcast. James
yo.
Welcome.
What can I pick? I just landed. I've been on plane.
See, Luffy, how'd you enjoy that first class seat we bought you?
What sport? I was just crammed up against the corner.
Basketball series prices.
Was there turbulence? There must have been turbulence.
Who's playing in the series?
Dude,
what's a close series?
He's so checked out. he's so damn checked out.
Since 5. I took a 4.5-hour exam this morning.
Oh. Where are you at right now?
In Arizona.
Dude, no.
Oh.
Did he get on the wrong flight?
You gotta give me a sporting event.
I'm looking right now. All right. You have Blazers Nuggets series, Hawks Knicks series, Lakers Suns series.
Are they like close?
Those are all pretty close. I'll give you the odds.
Right, I'll take the Suns. Go Suns.
Oh, Suns.
CP3 point guard.
Over the Lakers? Suns over the Lakers?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. James Luffy taking Suns plus 130 for the series.
All right. Hey, I'm writing that down, Luffy, and I'm going to grade it.
All right.
How many rounds of golf do you have scheduled for the weekend, Luffy?
Won last week, Rory.
What?
Easily won last week.
You did?
Yeah.
That's what we'd love to see. Wait. We had a trifecta last week.
Did we
all
hit
won.
It? Come on.
We all won.
On.
Love to see it. So, James, what's your plans in Arizona?
Did we lose?
Yes, we lost.
Right.
Yeah, we lost. Yeah.
All right.
We lost.
But we already figured it out. We're going to win the next 2 games.
We got to win the next 2 or the next 2 out of 3. That's what I said. What are your weekend plans?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not in charge. I was not in charge.
So I'm just going with the flow.
Did you bring your
I do not
clubs?
have my golf clubs. No, I do not have my golf clubs.
Are you just reflecting in the desert for the weekend?
I am. Taking time away.
Okay, so you won't have your phone or no contact for the next week or so.
Yeah, no one called my phone.
Nobody called James's phone.
Okay, for anybody that might have thought about calling Luffy, I don't know.
Anybody that's this far into the episode, do not call Luffy.
All right.
All right. Well, James, thanks for coming on to the Out the Box podcast.
Dude, I hope he enjoys his vacation that we set him up on. But
it's a layover in Arizona, and then he's hitting Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico. Little James Taylor for you.
I think that about does it for the House Always Wins. Dude, I'm serious. I've had it. This has been great. That about does it for the House Always Wins segment and our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. I know we got this episode out late this week. I know it's kind of an abbreviated episode. Shout out Max Pancamo, abbreviated.
How do you even talk like Yoda? I don't know.
I'm honestly not a big Star Wars fan, but I have seen people talk like him, and he's like, turn up your mic, you do. Or something. I think you put the verb.
Oh yeah.
Put the verb at the end of the sentence. But thank you to all of our sponsors: Rally Cap Brewing, Workbox LLC, Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty, and the House Bar in Tigerland. And also shout out to the home of the Out the Box podcast, where we are the featured podcast on bootcrewmedia.com. Boot Crew Media. Those guys have been so good to us, and I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. We have some power moves coming up this summer with Boot Crew. We're going to head up to NOLA. We're going to do a live show from NOLA in the honestly, it's the badass studio on Magazine Street. That's where the Boot Crew Media headquarters is. And, thank you guys so much. Given the, I guess, all the craziness and all that, we've done so well floating through this past year with the podcast and all the craziness going on in the world. And, we don't enjoy doing anything more than coming together and cracking jokes and also just hearing the encouragement and the kind words from you guys, the awesome listeners that we have. Real quick on a serious note, please, we mentioned at the beginning of the show, please, if you can find in your heart, please support Running for Rachel and a good friend of the Out the Box show, Mr. Michael Willis. He is a fantastic guy, and his mission is going to live on. I promise you that. We are going to do everything we can to keep running for him. And a great man and a great friend. But sorry, I'm not getting, dude, he would roast me right now if I was getting upset. so we're not going to do that, but seriously, Running for Rachel, please check him out. If you Google it or on Facebook. All right. So Rory, I think I see Yoda pulled up on your phone.
Yeah.
So do you have a reading from Yoda?
I don't really have a reading, but I have like a sentence.
As if not, I had a would you rather for you. Do you want to get into that?
I'll get into the would you rather.
All right. So this has just been something stupid that I think about all the time, like in the middle of the night when I wake up.
A would you rather you have? Would you rather you?
Would you rather? I do.
Yeah. Okay.
So, would you? No, wait. A gnat in your face for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Or a light on while in your face while you're sleeping.
Like
for the rest of your life, would you rather?
Like how would you rather, your face?
Like literally a damn lamp on your nightstand. Not like beaming in your face or anything, but just your nightstand lamp. And we're not playing I'll just roll over and throw a pillow over my head. No.
Like it's on no matter where you.
No, you can't smack the gnat. You can't crush the gnat in front of your face.
And the gnat's always there, but the light's only when you're sleeping.
You hear it, and it's just buzzing right in front
It's
of
like
your
it's a
eyes.
ghost gnat, but it's
No,
like
but
you
it'll
can
land
see
on your
it.
nose and you'll feel it, but you can't.
No,
touch
it's
it.
a light all day.
You think?
Dude, the light's only at night when you're going to sleep, and you'll get used to that.
No,
I mean,
no, we're not. No, everyone always tries to do these caveats and these.
you would get
cop-outs.
used to the gnat as well. Like the gnat's obviously gonna be more annoying the first day than it will be the 100th day.
No, it's the same amount of annoyance every day.
It's still got to be the light. The light's only. I can live a normal day and then just have to go to
You're gonna
sleep.
be tired.
It doesn't matter. I would be pissed off. There's no way you could be in a good mood with a gnat flying in your face.
Dude, I'm telling you, the way I think of these is that they've actually happened to me. Like, like I've had a gnat. It just seems like in Louisiana, the gnats have been terrible lately. And there's been one just right in front of my eyes.
I got one for you. Would you rather have to sleep just simply with the lights on?
Oh gosh, that's so bad, man.
Or you have to have at least 4 covers on you at all time. So some days
that's fine.
Yeah.
Some days that works fine. Sleeping with the light on, the thing is that you have to do something. You have to take like some serious melatonin or something to help you sleep with the lights on, right?
Yeah.
The covers thing, you could also say the same thing about that. I'd say because it's not every night, I'd go with the covers deal because some nights
are going to be cold. It's going to feel nice.
You put 4 blankets on and it feels like you're being hugged.
Yeah, I get that. I'm going light on. There's just no way those like 8 months when I would just be sweat. I couldn't get sleep if I was sweating. Like my bed would literally be drenched in sweat.
See, a troll would say they would adjust the thermostat and have a fan. They put a fan in their bed. So Rory, I think we did pretty good without Luffy this week. We missed him, and we hope he has a great out the box vacation. Hopefully he'll be back next week. But if he gets stranded in the desert, I don't think we're capable of going get him. So
I don't think so either.
All right.
The end of the podcast. This is Young Padawan.
Good that was, Rory. Dude, we like rolled through that.